Texas gal is feeding her bees. Well, I don't have any bees to feed, so I thought I'd give it a try. So what I give them is equal parts of sugar and water. I let it dissolve, and I started putting it in this is a bee waterer, and it never worked. You're supposed to put marbles around it or little pebbles and fill it up with water, and all I did was end up with a lot of mineral buildup on the water. Oh, look, the bee water is working. It's 50-50, half water and half sugar. Boiling water, dissolve the sugar, put it on little sponges, and they're just drinking away. Yay! I'm feeding the bees. Boy, do I get the bees now. What I have done was fill the feeders, which I have 3 of, in the evening after there's no bees around. Well, I thought there was no bees. And when I come out in the morning to check it, it's all dried up, so I had to fill it up again. And the backyard is just absolutely covered with bees throughout the day, even though the feeders are empty. And what I've started doing, when I know I'm going to be actually out here working in the yard, I'm not going to feed them. I'm going to take all the feeders and put them away so there's no traces of sugar, and I'll be able to work in the yard. Then after I'm done working in the garden, I'll go and put out sugar water again for them. They don't have a hive in my yard, but there is a hive somewhere close by the amount of bees I end up with. So I just recommend, if you have a shortage of bees in your garden, start putting out sugar water. The first day a couple of bees came along, but by the 3rd day, as you can see, the feeders are full. And I fill them up to 4 times a day. You'd think they'd be too full after a while, but no. I got all my bees. Hope they're here in the summer months when I actually have stuff blooming. I might get a few vegetables without having to hand pollinate, which doesn't work that well. Oh dear, I see there's a problem. I converted one of my hummingbird feeders into a bee feeder. Well, it looks like the bees have found a way in. Better let them out and see how they're getting in and correct the problem, because this works really well because it holds up to 2 cups of sugar water. Oh dear, that is not a good thing. Got to figure out how they're getting in there, because I don't like the idea of my poor bees being trapped.